this is another patented item, and Brady Mattingly invented this, and I own it. And this is the greatest hamstring developer in the world. Joe, no one can do a Russian leg curl. Everybody tries to do a Russian leg curl. They go halfway down, fall on their face. You've seen it. Then they push yourself up. It's the dumbest freaking thing I've ever seen. And you know what? If you want to be great, you might have to spend a little bit of money. And like something, this cost me 16 grand. But people don't want to pay $2,500 to make a football team cut half their injuries out. And what Joe's going to do, we're going to start with 45 pounds, take the weight down some until he's actually going to hold on a little bit of weight for you. So we're going to show, proof positive, what this machine can do for hamstrings. Go ahead, Joe. Just warm up and let me know when you're warm up.
Yeah, so you can see on the reverse hyper, Joe was using his hamstrings, right, to extend his legs back. Now he's using his hamstrings to extend his back, right? So that was the open chain setting of how we train the hamstrings. This is the closed chain setting of how we train the hamstrings. So when he goes down, right, go for it.
Well, to become more efficient, we take weight off this machine because it's counterbalanced. Now we're down to 25 pounds. Okay, hold on, Joe. Can you go just a pad one time?
No, let's go just pad.
Now there's no weight except the pad. So Joe's going to do this. All right. Whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready. Now, not only a real Russian leg curl, he's going to be real parallel. One more. Now, Joe, what have you held on to?
Most I've held on to is 35 pounds for 2 reps.
And you started with what, a couple plays?
Yeah.
And over a period of a few months, worked yourself down.
Yep.
We had 2 athletes here. One was a 900 deadlift. He weighed 340. He did 9.5 reps in the full Russian leg curl. And we had another with 875 deadlift and 1150 squat, do 6 reps at 320. Now, ball players, go ahead and give this a shot. You're going to find out you'll kill yourself. They'll have 4 plates on here. And when your hamstrings get stronger, the ACL injuries disappear. Calves, why was this made? Basically, it's a much great improvement over calf hand glute. It was made for Valery Borzov and weightlifters. How does it work? Calf, flexus, calf, hand, glute. That's exactly how you run. So that's why this machine was made. Everyone needs these machines. That's why this gym is so strong.
Yeah, and if you look, you're going to see, for the therapists and people out there that know the anatomy of the knee, you got the gastroc that comes in and crosses the knee joint and attaches right under this hamstring, and then you got the hamstring coming down and attaching right here. So you can see that we're literally training this joint to make sure that it is protected, if that makes sense. So the gastroc crosses the knee, so that's going to help bring them up. The hamstring crosses the knee, and that's exactly what we're training.
So why should someone get this over a glute ham?
Because everyone cheats on glute hams. No one can do it. Watch them. They'll slide their knees up and down. They'll cheat. Charles Bentley told us that 1 out of 100 linemen can do a legit glute ham. So that means none of them could do this. Right, Brad? You play pro football. Yeah. No one can do this. When you do this, your strength is just amazing. I don't care if you're kicking someone, kicking a ball, kicking a person, running, jumping, or lifting. It's amazing.
And if someone's injured or coming back from an injury, they could add weight to this and go through it?
Yeah, exactly, because like Lou said, that we could just put a bunch of weight on. And the other thing that I do, because I'm more of I'm a bodybuilder, and so the good thing that I like about this machine is it lets me train to eccentric failure. So a lot of times people know that concentric failure is where you fail first. So what happens is when I get in here, once I fail and I'm down here, I can have my partner lift me up. So I'm not even doing the concentric phase, but then I'm doing a very controlled eccentric. So a lot of people forget the aspect that muscles create force and they break force. So if you're worried about your athlete having the capacity to break to prevent any type of ACL injuries, then you would want to do eccentric based stuff, meaning they would come down at a very controlled rate, and then you would just lift them back up using this apparatus.
Again, if you look at the size principle theory, or what the bodybuilder would use, a repetition to failure, the only reps that work are the very last reps. And before, when John would use this machine, he would use several reps and start to fatigue. I would put weight on. He would do more reps. I put weight on. I work with sprinters. I'm working with an Olympic hurdler right now, getting ready for the Olympics coming up, female. But I also have a long distance runner here. The long distance runner, we do exactly what we do with John. When she starts to fatigue eventually, we put more weight on and let her keep going. She's been on here for a half hour. So, the sprinter would do it opposite, 2 to 6 reps. So it's all exercise specificity, just like football. Football plays 4 to 7 seconds, 40-second rest. You waste your time to do anything longer.
Yeah,
You're wasting your time.
And if you want to completely train the hamstrings from an open chain setting, right, you would go to the reverse hyper and then you would come into here because this is the closed chain setting. So the hamstrings over there are controlling, creating motion into the lower extremities. Over here, the hamstrings are creating power so that you're moving your torso. So if you're a strength coach out there and you want to develop your athlete's hamstrings, you need to do it from both an open chain setting and a closed chain setting, and using both of these machines will provide you that.
Squeeze. Good. Back down. One more. Squeeze. Good. Hips. Now up. Good. 2 more like that. Up. Good. 1 more. Go. Up. Good.
I just hold it all the way out, wouldn't it? All right, you're on, coach.